Hello everyone, it's Friday, which means one thing. Rob Edwards has done his press conference, and of course we are previewing the weekend's game away at Brighton. So I've not long watched Rob Edwards' press conference. He seemed quite, what's the word? Subdued a little bit like. Did he seem down? He didn't seem his upbeat, really positive self. I only counted one grin, so he must be feeling it a bit, which, look, he's only human. I get it. You're going to feel it. And, yeah, I'm going to pluck a few clips out and I'm going to react to them. A couple in there raised my eyebrows a bit, but on the whole, it wasn't a bad presser in terms of terrible things said. First of all, before I get into the clips, team news. Kretsch is trained, he said, the last few days. Sarr's getting back but won't be ready for this game, so we'll probably see Bentley in goal again. And Hugo Bueno is okay despite his injury worries when he got pulled off against Sunderland. So the first clip I want to react to is him reflecting on the Sunderland game, and he makes a little comment about the tension of the players had to play in, and he doubles down on going down the tunnel right after the game. Here's what he had to say.
It was challenging, it was difficult. Sunderland never going to just give you anything. We created enough opportunities to win, but without being really free-flowing or great. But again, it was understandable. I got it. The reason why there was an edge, there was a bit of an anxious feeling in the stadium, and the group probably rubbed off onto the players as well. So they did well to get something from the game.
You were asked about it afterwards, but that lap of appreciation that you said when you came here, that it was something that you felt was important, you decided obviously not to do it, and you explained the reason why. With the benefit of hindsight, would you have taken a different decision? Does that inform how you treat it going forward?
No, just I think the right thing at the right time. I think it wouldn't have been the right decision. I think it was pretty clear on how everyone felt in the stadium at the time, and I didn't want to incite that anymore.
Yeah, so similar to the last few press conferences where he kind of just continues saying what he said post-match, even though he's had time to reflect. So yeah, I don't like his comments about all the players have to play in a tough environment. Oh, come on, man. They're professional footballers. If they raise their game and something happens and Rob set them up to try and win the game, which he says he always does, but it doesn't feel like it, the fans would support them, which have showed that. I think Molyneux could have been much more toxic lately than it actually has been. Obviously, it spilled over against Sunderland, but there we go. Next clip is quite a telling one, where he talks about the fact that it's not his fault with the situation Wolves are in 20th, and we're playing survival football.
I don't feel, if I'm being honest with you, this is I'm in the situation right now. This is not my fault. I don't feel any sort of like this is it's a thing that's been going on for a long time. We come into this situation, so I feel energised by what we're going to be able to do and the difference that we're going to make going forward. Again, so yeah, we have to ride out this difficult period now and stay strong. It's always going to be the case. It's always going to be the case. So I've not had to. It's different to maybe a difficult period that we would have had towards the end at Luton or something, where then we'd done some really good things, and then obviously we were able to have a full pre-season with a new group, and obviously things weren't able to quite go the way we wanted to go. This is different. We've come in, a team that hasn't won for ages, on 2 points in the Premier League. So we've not been able to play the way we wanted to play. We've been playing survival football, and
quite a telling clip. I thought that one. The way you just come out of it is not my fault. So whoa, sorry, Rob. Like, of course, it's not entirely his fault. He come into a horrible situation, but I think he has got to take some responsibility at the fact we're still 20th. Burnley are down there, like, probably worse than us, and we're below them. Although, yeah, it's tight, but I think we could be above Burnley at least, especially if we'd have performed better the last 4 games. And the survival football comment, who sets up the team, Rob? You set us up to play survival football with the tactics you're playing and continuum the back 5. Anyway, a bit of a positive clip to play now. He reacted to the news about Tommy Doyle being back in training with us.
Nice to have him back for a couple of weeks. We had a good conversation earlier, on Tuesday, I think it was, when he was back in, just to say, look, come in, get amongst us again now and enjoy these couple of weeks, get to know us, we'll get to know you, and then we'll see going forward. Tommy's obviously a good footballer and knows the Championship very well. He's someone who's experienced promotions and been part of successful teams, and I've known him a little bit in the past anyway with England and things like that. So it's good to have him in and around it at the moment. He's got a fantastic attitude and he's really hungry to be around.
Yeah, so it's good to see that they've talked, and again, I hope Tommy Doyle is one of our main midfielders next season, and it's nice to know that he's actually got a bit of a connection with Tommy Doyle from the England days when he was there as a coach. So it's a good job that they already knew each other quite well, and hopefully if he is here next season, Rob Edwards, he makes him one of our stars of the Championship. Now the last clip, he had a similar question to last week's press conference from Mike Taylor from BBC WM about why don't you just attack, and he got a little bit feisty in his response in this one. Check it out.
Survival football, I think, was the phrase you just used. Because when we hear fans say, there's nothing to lose now, literally nothing to lose, why don't they attack more?
But it's not that easy either.
No, I know.
Let's be honest. Everyone needs to realise we're bottom of the league. Every other team really is better than us as well.
Right.
So it's not that easy to just go and attack more. The information is we always go through the game plan will be right. This is how we want to try and press. This is how we're going to have to be when we're low and defend, transitional moments, all that. These are the areas of space that we think we have. This is how we're going to try and create. But we're up against a lot of good teams with a lot of good players that don't just go right. I can't just go right. Tell you what, lads, today let's just go and attack. It's not that simple. Not being facetious about it now, it's not that easy. So there's always an intention to try and win the game, always. But we're coming up against a lot of good teams that have done very, very well, who've got amazing players and don't make it easy for you. So yeah, the aim is always to try and do that. But obviously with the group that we have at the moment, we're going to try. We've still got to try and ask the players to do what they're comfortable at doing as well, and play in a way that sort of, I can't ask anyone to sort of a square peg to play in a round hole either. So we're still trying to put people in the right positions to be as good as they can be.
Yeah, he don't like that, does he? He don't like that question. He's like, we're trying, but are you, Rob? You could. I mean, in these last 4 games, he could have played a back 4, couldn't he? It's not Chelsea we're playing against. We've played 4 poor teams, really. Look, Sunderland were rubbish, I thought, considering they've had a good season. We could have started with a back 4, so he's very defensive about that. He gets a bit. That was probably the most energy he showed in the response, and he's saying we're the worst team in the league. I think on paper, I think we're better than Burnley. I do, which might actually happen if we get a few results. We might actually finish above them. So interesting. But yeah, that's it for the clips. I liked his hoodie, by the way. Nearly as good as this one, Art of Football. No, but I really liked his hoodie. That's probably a positive I can say as well. And very PR, don't say anything too bad press conference today. But Brighton, he did speak about Brighton a bit. He said obviously the usual, they're a really good team. And we haven't had many good days away at Brighton, have we? They can still get Europe, so this is a really tough game for us going into this. I just hope we don't get smashed, because if we get smashed, the toxicity and the calls for Rob to go again are going to come, and will he turn up at the fan forum if we lose heavily coming up on Tuesday? I don't know. I mean, our history at Brighton, remember under Lopetegui when we got absolutely annihilated? We have some tough moments there. We did have the late comeback, Cunha, the 1 year, but we always seem to struggle at Brighton. In the reverse fixture this season, we were 1-0 up, weren't we? Then Vitor give it away, late equaliser the week after it happened at Tottenham. So, yeah, I don't know. Tough, very tough. If we get a result, it'll be a minor miracle, I think, with Brighton still having something to play for. They beat Chelsea 3-0 at home last out. They did lose to Newcastle, their last Premier League game though, but their last home game they won 3-0. So they're in better form than us, and yeah, take a bit of a miracle. Team prediction. Should I do a prediction? I think let's try and go for it. I think he'll go for a back 5. I wanted to go for a back 4, but he won't. He'll go for a back 5, so it'll be Bentley. Will he keep Pedro Lima in? No, I think he'll play Rodrigo Gomez, right wing back. Mosquera, Santi. I think he'll keep Totti there, because I don't think Krejci will be quite fit enough to start, but he'll be on the bench. Hugo Bueno, left wing back. I think he'll be okay to play. Andre João Gomez. What's he going to do? I think he'll go... I actually don't know. I don't know. I think it was Armstrong, Mane, and who's the other? Bellegarde, maybe? Angel Gomez, maybe? I'll go with Bellegarde. I think he'll drop Tolu. So, yeah, 5 at the back, try and create something on the counter, and there we go. I just can't see him playing Tolu after how poor he was last week, but I might be wrong on that one. But yeah, that's my team prediction. Score prediction. With my head, I think 3-0 Brighton, Danny Welbeck hat-trick. That's my prediction with my head. With my heart, I said 1-1 last week with my heart, and it was 1-1 against Sunderland. So let's go for that again. 1-1, Welbeck for Brighton, Armstrong for Wolves. So there we go. We're nearly there, ladies and gentlemen. A few more games to go. Try not let Wolves ruin your weekend if they do get absolutely smashed at Brighton. And yeah, I'll catch you for my thoughts after the game. Let's hope they surprise us and get a result, but I'm not holding my breath. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and comment your thoughts down below. Have a great weekend, everyone.